Dustin Johnson is the #1 ranked golfer in the PGA, but not everything is as it seems. Here's a look at the parts of his life he'd rather fans didn't know. Johnson claimed he hurt his back in a freak accident that occurred when he was going to move his car before his son returned from daycare.
Thinking about my son and the nanny, making sure he doesn't have to get out in the rain. I was running out to move the car so they could pull in. And I'm running out the door and just slipped and fell.
He withdrew from the 81st Masters in April 2017 due to his bad back, but said he thought he would be fine in a couple of days. However, the New York Post wondered why he hadn't mentioned undergoing any medical tests or exams, saying such tests would have validated his back injury claims. But this wasn't the first time Johnson dropped out of play on account of his back. In 2012, Dustin Johnson reportedly hurt his back, quote, from lifting a jet ski, but that may have been untrue.
You liar!
According to a Golf.com report, he was allegedly serving a PGA suspension for cocaine use, though his rep issued a denial. And it wasn't the first time he allegedly failed a drug test. Golf.com claimed Johnson had been suspended 3 times in total, dating back to 2009 for marijuana use and for testing positive for cocaine. At the time of Johnson's 2014 PGA suspension, Golf.com also claimed Johnson was known to have had sexual indiscretion with at least one wife of a PGA Tour player. There was speculation that the marriage he broke up on the golf course was that of Allie McKenzie, who was divorcing golf pro Will McKenzie. Allie denied the rumor, but in 2015, Dustin was spotted allegedly putting his arm around her in a Publix grocery store. Again, Allie denied anything happened. The New York Times reported Johnson was recruited to take part in a home burglary when he was 16. One of the items stolen was a gun, and that same gun was later used in a murder. For his involvement, Johnson was ordered to pay restitution. He was later pardoned for his involvement and told Golf Digest in 2009 that the incident and his arrest was a wake-up call for him to change his life. Dustin Johnson was arrested for drunk driving in 2009. He was recorded as having a blood alcohol level of 0.19 at the time of his arrest, which is over twice the legal limit in that state. He issued a statement saying he made an error in judgment, but it remains to be seen whether he learned his lesson, since he has allegedly had multiple substance abuse suspensions. Dustin Johnson and Paulina Gretzky first announced their engagement in August 2013. They were supposed to get married in the fall of 2014, but postponed it in May of that year, allegedly due to Johnson's hectic schedule. But it was reported the postponement was really because Paulina's dad, Wayne Gretzky, didn't approve of his future son-in-law's partying and warned him to get his life in order or the wedding wouldn't happen. By 2018, they still hadn't taken the plunge despite a fresh round of high-profile PDA. PGA golfer Vijay Singh admitted in a 2013 Sports Illustrated interview to using deer antler spray as a performance-enhancing substance. The PGA suspended him, but the suspension was ultimately rescinded. Singh still decided to sue the PGA Tour, which claims that 5 other PGA players, including Johnson, used deer antler spray but were not punished. As of June 2018, Singh was still in the process of suing the tour for the way they handled his suspension, but Johnson's alleged involvement with the case seems to have faded away. Paulina Gretzky is known for posting provocative pictures on Instagram. She even caused controversy when she was featured on the cover of Golf Digest in 2014, not for any prowess at golf, but for having a connection to golf through her baby daddy, Johnson. Gretzky is also known for wearing a very short dress to celebrate Johnson's 2016 US Open victory. Unfortunately for her, some camera angles exploited what should have been a warm, kind moment of happiness after Johnson's victory. For being one of the top-ranked golfers in the world, Dustin Johnson has only won 1 major by the time he hit the age of 34. In comparison, Tiger Woods had 14 majors by that time. For all his success, Dustin Johnson has also had a lot of failures, and this is why his absence at the 2017 Masters left many golf lovers disappointed.
I was looking forward to seeing DJ doing his thing.
Just when it seemed like he was getting it together, he had another setback. Thankfully, there's still time for him to become the great golfer people expect him to be.